For Thanksgiving break, we traveled to Cape Cod, and so did President Joe Biden. This meant that we had to obey a special set of rules called a TFR when we departed. Temporary flight restrictions pop up when the FAA wants to keep airplanes away from things like sporting events, air shows, and hazardous sites. The rules for the TFR are inscribed in these ancient Sumerian they're described in these NOTAMs. Slightly easier to read than raw data punch cards, these NOTAMs are the key to not getting shot down by fighter jets. Thankfully, the nice people at NORAD made a helpful information card that they gave out at the FBO. Basically, there's an inner ring and an outer ring, and you're not going to get in the 10 nautical mile inner ring unless you're a commercial airline or you really want to jump through a lot of hoops. The outer ring you can fly through as long as you have an active flight plan, IFR or VFR, and a squawk code, and you have to be going somewhere, no practice patterns and approaches or sightseeing. And if you can't remember all this, the back of the card tells you what to do when the fighter jets show up. Of course, we'd studied the NOTAMs well in advance and had filed an IFR flight plan for this trip, even though the day was clear and sunny. The rest of the procedure seemed pretty normal, and except for one little hiccup right after takeoff, everything was identical to a regular IFR departure. Though I did add one thing to my takeoff briefing.
And there's a presidential TFR to be aware of, so we want to make sure that we are doing all the right things.
There's 246 Delta Mike, fly runway heading, runway 33, cleared for takeoff.
I guess I was expecting like a Secret Service agent in the tower, but no, it was just a normal clearance. So I was feeling pretty good at this point in the moments leading up to the minor heart attack to come.
Cirrus 246 Delta Mike, contact Boston departure. Actually, have you got your transponder on?
I'm sorry, what?
Okay, here it comes.
Yeah, sorry, do you want me over to departure?
Not until you tag up. Cirrus 246 Delta Mike, contact Boston departure.
All right, Boston departure 118.26 Delta Mike.
246 Delta Mike, Boston.
So I don't know what that was all about. I assume my transponder wasn't showing up to her somehow, but if you know, let me know in the comments. From this point on, it was just a regular flight. We were exiting the TFR and had no other issues. So if you see a TFR pop up in your flight planning, just make sure you read the NOTAMs and follow what they say. It's really not that complicated. Happy Thanksgiving and fly safe.